So
Seemed right to do it at the time.
Dad spent all his money on me.
So I don't think. Yeah, let's see what 57 because there's some questions I wanted to ask you.
Okay,
I knew some stuff, but not enough to write it down.
57 was when we got married.
Yeah, looks like.
December.
So that's you
This is
two.
why I call yourself a twinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were already.
Somewhat more than the twinkle.
Somewhat more.
We have been courting for over a year before.
Yes, all that happened. We did. Before he managed.
He'd been practicing that long.
Yeah. Before I was seduced. I managed to hold off.
Yeah.
You're such an innocent boy.
It's a two-player game.
You remember vividly that you travelled to your wedding on a bus, and on the way up to the place, I bought my flowers from the shop.
Oh.
My
Anemones.
Yeah, because they were the only colourful thing in flower at
In
that time of
December,
year.
yeah.
Yeah. You and Willie will have been rocking to Buddy Holly, the crickets. That'll be the day, hey hey, when I die.
Yeah.
You married the love of your life because Sylvia Joan and became Sylvia Joan Williamson. Tee-hee, and I was there too. You were.
So
You were.
Has the card been looked at and seen what's on the envelope?
What's got the...
Can you see how you travelled to the wedding?
Oh, the bus! Oh,
So
I missed that.
you can always look.
It's a
You
lot
can
to
look.
take
You can
in.
look. Yeah, you can look.
I'll let you off.
I'm 18.
You can just look at the pictures and then pass them on, or we can talk about the year. Don't have to open them all. But the the thing that I couldn't remember is I think Pop made you, or all of you, or just you, go to secretary school.
Yes.
Secretariat school, and
Yes.
you didn't want to. You wanted to do something else, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Anything.
Oh, it was because
Anything. Because I
right.
couldn't spell.
That-
Angela. Can
yeah.
you imagine doing shorthand
Yeah.
and typing?
Yeah,
I mean, of all the jobs, it was the worst one I
Right.
could think of that
Yeah.
anybody would give me to do if they
Yeah.
really knew what I could do and what I
Yeah.
couldn't do.
yeah,
But because Mum and Dad had it in their mind that I could make money and get a job if I was a typist and a
in the typing pool.
secretary,
Yeah,
that was what I was going to be. And because I was intelligent, unlike how they perceived Ros was, because she went into the Wrens and also she did the cleaning up at the canteen for this. That's how Dad would have met Rosa maybe before me even at the canteen. But yeah, so they decided whether I liked it or not. That's what I was doing.
I thought I'd remembered there was some particular vote, like being a nurse. I don't know why. There was something back in my
Maybe
mind.
that went through
that-
my mind.
yeah, I
would have
just
liked
thought
to have done that.
We'd had a conversation,
Yeah.
and I thought I just remembered you. Actually, there was something you would have liked to have done, but I knew you at that secretarial course or going to the typing pool was forced upon you. And that's how it was in those days.
Absolutely,
Awful.
you did what your
Yeah,
parents
dreadful.
told you, and I think
Yeah.
they paid for it.
I think
As well.
secretarial, especially with shorthand typing, was the highest, taking into account that women didn't
Didn't
have
go out to
careers
work
and go out to
much.
work in those
Yeah.
days. But if you were a secretary, well, forget nurses and doctors and all the other stuff. It was an entirely different life for a very small minority of women. But for the general women, you were either going to end up in factories, or you would do a whole variety of things in, keeping and all that type of stuff. But the secretarial bit was, especially if you had shorthand and typing, and then if you became a PA, which nearly all secretaries did, personal assistant, that was the accolade. I mean, you were the highest profession, and her mum and dad saw that potential, which I think was absolutely right. But you're right in saying that wasn't for you, because even now Mum's
But they never
terrified of
took
the
any
spelling.
notice. I don't think my mum and dad ever came to school to find out
How you were getting
what I
on.
was good at or not.
Right.
Do money go to them? All of it, some of it, or
Most of it.
yeah? I think that's
Yeah,
what I
like
remember.
Rosalind, she
Yeah.
said all the overtime she did at the canteen, Mum had it. And whenever Rosalind came home, Mum used to say, "Can't you go and do overtime?" to get rid of her.
But the essence was, whatever you did at that secretary, that was what you were, and that did subsequently, that's what got you your job in Florida.
Yes, yes.
You worked for the civil service.
Yeah. Signed the Official Secrets Act and all that,
Yeah, because I wasn't.
But I generally just did copy typing when so that was all right. I could do that because it meant somebody else's spelling
Yeah.
was on the
You just
page,
had to be able to
which
read
I
it.
could copy. I could do that. That was no problem. But you know the I mean I always just say I could write the shorthand down, but I could never read it.
I could write the code down, but I could never break it.
And I did a few years later, when I was at Kenwoods, I did actually go to classes and I did speed writing.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember without the vowels. Yeah.
And I did actually get past my test through that. And I think I just did it to prove to myself that I could do it because I felt so bad about not really being able to master the shorthand. But it just wasn't my thing, really. If I think back now, I would have been better off if they'd shoved me to a nursery or something to work with flowers and things. I would have been happy. I might have been poor, but I would have been happy, you know? Because it wasn't well paid.
You might not have met Dad though.
That's true.
Yeah.